The US Open is known for drama, for unforgettable matches, for moments that leave fans speechless. But what happened last night with Joao Fonseca might go down as one of the rawest, most emotional, and most shocking stories of the tournament. It wasn't just about tennis. It was about courage, resilience, and the unbelievable will of a young player refusing to give up, even when his body was breaking down. Here's how it all unfolded. Fonseca was locked in battle against Miomir Kekmanovic, a dangerous opponent with experience and composure. The match was intense, the rallies were long, and every single point felt like a fight. But then, midway through the set, fans noticed something was wrong. Fonseca wasn't moving as freely. He looked pale, his energy was dipping, and suddenly the unthinkable happened. Joao Fonseca doubled over, visibly sick, and rushed to the courtside bin. In front of thousands of fans inside the stadium and millions watching around the world, the young Brazilian vomited right there on court. The crowd gasped. For a moment, the entire arena went silent. People thought it was over. They thought there was no way he could continue. How could someone push through this, at this level, against such a tough opponent? And yet, what happened next sent chills through the stadium. Fonseca, visibly drained, wiped his face, steadied himself, and walked back onto the court. His chest was heaving, his legs looked heavy, but the fire in his eyes said everything. He wasn't done. He wasn't going to let sickness stop him. Not tonight. Not in New York. The crowd, who moments earlier were holding their breath, erupted into cheers. They stood, clapped, and chanted his name. The fans went wild, urging him on, lifting him with every scream of encouragement. And somehow, someway, Fonseca responded. Point by point, game by game, he started finding something deep inside. It wasn't his strongest tennis, it wasn't his cleanest hitting, but it was pure heart. Every rally he survived felt like a miracle. Every winner he hit felt like defiance against his own body. And then, in the moment no one expected, Joao Fonseca secured the set. Yes, after vomiting mid-match, after looking like he had nothing left, he actually went on to win the set against Kekmanovic. The stadium exploded. Fans jumped from their seats, waving flags, screaming at the top of their lungs. Commentators could hardly believe what they were seeing. Clips instantly flooded social media. People everywhere wrote the same thing: "This is why we love tennis. This is why we love sports." Because this wasn't just about winning a set. It was about showing the kind of warrior spirit you can't teach, the kind of heart that makes legends. Fonseca could have retired, he could have walked away, and nobody would have blamed him. But instead, he chose to fight. He chose to show the world that sometimes greatness isn't about perfect play, it's about refusing to give up when everything feels impossible. The look on Kekmanovic's face said it all. He respected it. Even as his opponent was struggling physically, he knew he was facing someone with unshakable determination. And that's what made the set so special. It wasn't Fonseca at his physical best, but it was Fonseca at his absolute mental best. As he walked back to his chair after sealing that set, the ovation was deafening. Fans rose as one, applauding, cheering, and chanting. They weren't just celebrating a set. They were celebrating a young man's willpower, his courage, and his refusal to let the moment slip away. And you know what? This moment has already gone viral for a reason. Because people see themselves in it. We all know what it's like to feel weak, to feel like we can't go on. But watching Joao Fonseca push through sickness, dig deeper than ever before, and somehow find a way to win is the kind of story that inspires everyone. For Brazil, this is more than tennis. Fonseca has instantly become a hero, a fighter who carries the pride of his country on the biggest stage. And for tennis fans everywhere, this is a reminder of why we watch. Because yes, the forehands and backhands are beautiful. Yes, the titles and trophies matter. But it's the raw, human stories, like this, that touch our hearts forever. As the match continued, every time Fonseca stepped up to serve, fans roared louder. Every time he chased a ball, they screamed encouragement. It felt like the entire stadium became his team, his support system, willing him to keep going. The energy was electric, and it was all because of that unforgettable moment when he refused to let sickness defeat him. Sports are full of statistics, of wins and losses, of records broken. But sometimes, the moments we never forget are the ones where a player shows us their heart. Joao Fonseca vomiting mid-match and still finding the strength to win a set is one of those moments. People will remember it not for how clean the tennis was, but for how raw and real it felt. When the final ball of the set was struck and Fonseca raised his fist to the crowd, you could feel the connection between him and the fans. They weren't just watching him, they were living every second with him. And in that shared experience, tennis gave us something unforgettable. So yes, Joao Fonseca may have been sick. Yes, he may have vomited courtside. But what he did after is what defines him. He proved that sometimes the greatest victories don't show up in the final scoreline. They show up in the fight, in the courage, and in the refusal to quit. Fans will be talking about this for years. The clip will be replayed again and again. And for Joao Fonseca, this could be the breakthrough moment that defines his young career. Because he didn't just secure a set, he won respect, admiration, and love from tennis fans all around the world. So what do you think? Was this the most shocking and inspiring moment of the US Open so far? Can Fonseca's warrior spirit carry him deeper into the tournament? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because this is exactly why we watch tennis. For nights like this. For fighters like Joao Fonseca. For moments when fans go wild, and history is written in courage.